What happened a few nights ago on a major American university campus will make your blood run cold. We got the footage the mainstream media is desperately trying to suppress. Elderly Americans, some of them disabled veterans, targeted and hunted through darkened streets while law enforcement was ordered to stand down. But that's not even the most shocking part. Wait till you see who gave the orders, who funded the operation, and why certain politicians are suddenly scrambling to delete their social media posts. The connections we've uncovered go straight to the highest levels of power. So hold on to your seats. The story is about to be blown wide open. And while radical groups target traditional American values, there's another attack happening on your masculine strength. The same forces working to weaken our society are trying to diminish your natural male vitality. But as brave Americans are standing up to mob rule, you can fight back against declining testosterone levels. Our breakthrough formula, Test Boost Max, contains 8 powerful natural ingredients that help reclaim your masculinity and energy. Don't let them win this battle. Take back your natural strength and vitality. Visit buildwithgary.com, because when you're stronger, America is stronger. You'll find a link down below. Okay, so what have we got here? Wait till you see this. Okay, remember this? The worst in America. Sadly, he is my governor, but
never before in my life have I called for mass protests, for mobilization, for disruption, but I am now. That we have, we must castigate them on the soapbox and then punish them at the ballot box.
Now, if you remember, I was able to ask Stephen Miller directly about Governor Pritzker. And Stephen, when I was at the White House, he said that Governor Pritzker could be inciting violence. Well, that's exactly what's happening. Take a look at this. Antifa militants have targeted another elderly woman attempting to leave Turning Point USA Riley Gaines event in Seattle. She's disabled. And you can see what it says on your screen there. But look at this.
Yes. Okay. Make that on your place. Go decompose. Actually produce something rather than just being scammed. Taking over resources.
Than breathing every transphobic breath that you breathe.
Yeah.
You're
the
also
earth would be so much better without you.
Bitch.
You're such fucking scum. You're such a bitch.
Take your time. Don't rush on our behalf. Don't rush on our behalf.
Yeah.
Take your time. Transphobic shit stand. Take your time. Our elders.
Why would we shit about that? Why would we respect our elders when they're old bitches like this?
Our elders screwed us.
When they're
our elders don't give a shit about us. Why should we give a shit about them?
Respect is to be earned.
If you want to provide her physical safety, maybe you should come between this guy and her.
Are you a pig?
Hey man, let's back up.
I'm not touching anyone. Stop touching me! Don't touch me!
There you are. Give the lady space.
Fucking bitch, kill yourself!
You're obviously harassing her.
Transphobic bitch, die! Die, you bitch! Transphobic cunt! You're the scum of the earth!
Fuck you!
You're so worthless! You produce nothing!
Oh, she's still going! Thanks!
Yeah.
Woo!
Steadily.
I didn't think she'd make it this far. Holy wow! This piece of shit!
Yeah, makes sense!
Of course
You're a broke bitch!
Thank God you have these officers here to keep you safe from these scumbags. It's okay. People are with you.
Does it hurt our feelings? Does it hurt your feelings?
Fucking UW.
I hope you die behind the wheel, you stupid fucking transphobic bitch. I hope you literally run in traffic. Are you okay?
Yeah, I hope you crash and die.
I hope you kill yourself tonight.
I hope you die.
I hope you die.
I hope you die.
I literally hope you drop dead behind the wheel.
Your hair looks terrible. You shouldn't get your hair done instead of worrying about trans women, because you're gonna get attacked by people who are transphobes. You look too much like a trans woman to be transphobic. They're gonna come for you next, bitch. They're gonna come for you. You cocky bitch.
Die in your sleep, you transphobic cunt.
Why'd you have an indent in your head? Is that...
Okay, let's...
Alright, I'll show you. Why do you have an indent in your head?
Are you staring at me like a creep because you think I'm cute?
Is that what
I would throw up if you were attracted to me.
Is that the way they implanted your drone chip? You mindless pig?
Oh no, yeah, that's where the lobotomy happened.
Yeah, lobotomy, not a single thought in
Was
there.
your cause lobotomy?
Yeah. Governor Pritzker calls for protests and violence. And here's Stephen Miller.
Governor Pritzker just called for mass protests and disruption, saying Republicans cannot know peace, while Trump's border crossings are down 95% and ICE is locking up 800 criminals. Is Pritzker inciting insurrection, and will DOJ take action?
Well, what I would say is that his comments, if nothing else, clearly can be construed as inciting violence. So President Trump survived 2 assassination attempts against his life. Of course, there's been many more credible threats against President Trump and his family and associates. We've, of course, seen the spate of left-wing domestic terrorism all across this country. By the way, the destruction of property sits directly adjacent to attacks on humans and physical attacks. In other words, once you tolerate and once you allow for attacks on property, you're just a step away from people throwing Molotov cocktails into people's homes. And you've even seen some, I think one example of a formerly prominent Washington Post journalist who seemed to be celebrating the murder of a healthcare CEO, right? Health insurance CEO. And that's the point we've reached in this country, where people are engaging in rhetoric and behavior that puts the lives of public servants in danger, puts the lives of conservative Americans in danger. And so that's the first thing I would say. And of course, secondly, right, just this war that Democrat governors and mayors are waging against federal law enforcement. I mean, this is nullificationist behavior. This is successionist behavior, where this thing, they don't recognize the supremacy of federal law enforcement in terms of protecting the lives and livelihoods of American citizens against a foreign invasion. We've never seen anything like it. And of course, the result of their conduct is that they're allowing illegal aliens to go free and rape and murder their own citizens. So I can't imagine having a leader in a city or a state that would privilege the well-being of illegal alien murderers over their own citizens, but that's where we are right now.
It is where we are right now. Here's Harris Faulkner on Jasmine Crockett. Do you hear her latest statements?
In which speech, a commencement speech, children's futures, right? This was over the weekend.
There are people that are going to tell you that there is not a table in which there is a seat for you, but I am here to remind you of Montgomery and those folding chairs. Let me tell you that we know how to use a chair, whether we pulling it up or we doing something else with it.
Now I'm watching the faces of the wise gentlemen behind her, and they are not flinching. I don't know if that landed the way she wanted it to. Even in a crowd she thought she controlled. This isn't the first time Jasmine Crockett has been called out for her word choices. Last month, she used interesting language when describing President Trump in a post about former Vice President Kamala Harris's election loss. Here she is.
Y'all know we got Governor Hot Wheels down there. Come on now. And the only thing hot about him is that he is a hot mess. It's Ted Cruz. I mean, like, this dude has to be knocked over the head, like, hard, right? All I want to see happen on my birthday is for Elon to be taken down.
You could speak directly to Elon Musk. What would you say?
Disgusting. That Hot Wheels comment was about Governor Abbott of Texas, who uses a wheelchair. She's gross. Jasmine Crockett is not the only Democrat to use dangerous rhetoric during President Trump's second term.
This is what kicking the out of fascism looks like.
Total bull. Absolute bull. I don't swear in public very well, but we have to Trump.
Never before in my life have I called for mass protests, for mobilization, for disruption. but I am now.
These Republicans cannot know a moment of peace.
Speech.
Yeah, and it's all happening. Their violence is their words are now inciting violence. AOC launching an insurrection. Any violence and rioting is a direct result of Democrat marching orders. We the people call for the immediate arrest of AOC for inciting the people to do harm in the streets. E. Lightfeather posting this.
This decision illegitimate. This decision illegitimate. This decision illegitimate. Into the streets. 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 Into the streets.
Or who can forget this? Classic.
Make sure let's save the cause. Let's make sure we show up wherever we have to show up. And if you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome anywhere.
Absolutely unhinged. This is the state of the Democrat Party, leading to scenes like this, where Antifa feels empowered. Here's more. Oh, man.
What are you protecting? You're protecting people like... Go back home! Go back home! You are here to take away essential care. 72% increase in suicide rates. Yep. Youth death is a well-measured statistic at this point. You're here to kill children.
Is that poop?
Yeah.
Pretty cool webcast, pretty fun topics.
Hi everyone, my name is Vi and my pronouns are he and they. I'm a gender queer trans man, lifelong Washington resident, and a student here in Washington. As of this quarter, I want to mention a couple of things before I get into the body of my speech. Firstly, a large group of student protesters in Palestine occupied the IEB last night to demand divestment from Boeing. 30 or so of them were arrested yesterday. That's right, thankfully they have all been released today. I commend them for their commitment to the Palestinian cause and their words. I bring this up not to scare you, but in light of this, I want to provide a friendly reminder. And that includes us. It says more about them than it does about us. But it's very important for us to look out for each other and take operational security measures.
Antifa is rising again in direct response to calls by the Democrat Party.
Old folks, get back to the earth and kill yourself. Kill yourself, you old folks. You are too cocky to be a transphobe.
She's drunk, she can't drive herself, She's drunk.
Fires and chaos erupted at the University of Michigan. Antifa taken over. Look at this.
Acid God. It's so crazy. Fucking acid God.
This is what democracy looks like, right? Several law enforcement agencies arrived on the scene to break up the criminal Gaza occupation at the University of Washington. Authorities issued an order to disperse or face arrest.
Trespass arrest. The Seattle Police Department Pilot Team. UWPD, WSP, and Seattle PD will be making trespass arrests here at this location. Any interference for this operation will result in your arrest.
Yes. Okay.
Fuck a big giant bitch! Control, call formation. Blue squad, call formation. On me, move. Green squad, call up. Blue squad, call up, move. Move. Green squad.
Stand by.
Unbelievable. Here's more Antifa pushing police off the University of Seattle campus. So the footage you've seen isn't just a wake-up call, it's evidence. Evidence of a coordinated attempt to silence anyone who dares stand for traditional American values. But here's what everyone is asking. Who is really pulling the strings? Why are certain politicians suddenly silent? And most importantly, which city is their next target? Share your theories in the comments below, because sunlight is the best disinfectant. And while we're fighting back against intimidation, make sure you're geared up with our Next News gear at the Next News merch shop, linked down below.